What up, everybody? This is Zaffa Slater, aka the Comic Outlaw, El Chingon himself, and we're kicking back and we're doing Excalibur Issue 2. Yep, there's some strange occurrences with these war dogs, these werewolves, I guess, from another dimension. They eat people, they absorb their essence, and they take their skins. Ooh. And so we're going to hop right into this. They've captured Kitty. Meanwhile, this kid, basically some kind of inventor, running basically just on the run, and he meets up with this mysterious head, that weird looking thing from issue 1. And yeah, he's basically hunting around looking for food, looking for this and that, and he's being hunted by this group of men, soldiers. And it's really not what you think. They're not here to shoot the kid. They're not here to exterminate the kid. They actually want the kid to basically join this group or whatever. They're offering the kid fish and chips, which is pretty delicious. And yeah, of course, the machine head rescues him, sends him away. And yeah, this madam is really pissed off the fact that they lost the kid. But of course, this happy-go-lucky little interdimensional being, Happy saved his friend, made a little dimensional door, and boom, he is gone somewhere safe. Where? Well, might find out, we might not. Meanwhile, Kitty is in a pickle. She decided to dress up like Rachel. She built like a mini Cerebro and something to imitate her powers, which is cool. You know, Shadow Cat is basically a machine whiz. She can build anything. And these werewolves, you see they're carrying the skin of their victims. They kind of take their personality traits. And yeah, Excalibur's doing their thing. This is cool. Phoenix actually uses her powers. Rachel, different from Jean. Basically psychic energy. Really awesome. Those wings are like hands. They could punch things. They could stop things. And they're conducting their investigation right now on what exactly is going on. And this is the cool thing about Captain Britain. Captain Britain is basically like the #1 superhero. He's Captain America over in Britain. And he handles it pretty well. He's good with his team. And yeah, this police officer shouldn't reach and basically bug Rachel. Nobody does that. And yeah, Rachel's getting a sense she's not going to leave Kitty behind. She's sensing her powers. Meanwhile, Kitty is being carried off into their little hideout. And this is where they basically hang out, decide what they're going to do next. And one of them makes the mistake of trying to consume Kitty. Rachel has a psychic connection to her, and she just flies off and uses her powers basically just to look for her, to send out a psychic pulse. And it just looks amazing the way she flies off. I love her Phoenix powers. And the cop says, well, who's going to pay for that? You know, kidding around with Captain Britain. And yeah, he consumes her, but there's no skin. That's the weird thing. And he starts getting a little bit of a tummy ache. You'll find out why later. Meanwhile, Phoenix, and it's just beautiful the way that looks, is just sending out a psychic impulse. And of course, this guy has to hit on her, which she really, really hates. And of course, there's the woman that Captain Britain's with, saying that as soon as he came back into her life, strange occurrences happen. And that's pretty much true. But she feels Kitty. She feels a pulse. It's getting weak. And yeah, she sends them a signal. And Kurt, aka Nightcrawler, suspects something from this police officer. So he decides to follow her. Kurt is actually a pretty good detective. He usually gets a feel about people. And you have to give it to Nightcrawler. And yeah, he's running his little investigation. Of course, the wolf pops out of the skin, the werewolf. And Nightcrawler finds a little clue, tracks. But from out of nowhere, the werewolf strikes. Dun dun dun. And this is the cool thing about Megan. Megan's a shapeshifter. So she turns herself into a werewolf. You know, like Wolfsbane. And yeah, she starts hunting them down using her scent powers. Like I said, Megan does a few powers, but the shapeshifting thing is actually pretty awesome. Her, Captain Britain, and everyone else going on the hunt. And yeah, this wolf isn't feeling too good. And his body starts to change. His, her. They take on the personality traits of whoever they absorb. Meanwhile, they bring Nightcrawler in as a prisoner. And yeah, she's getting the urge to kind of eat Nightcrawler's soul and use his skin, but she won't because it's Kitty in there. And she just, bam, gives him a good smack, a good chingazo. That's El Chingon style right there. And the creature is turning into Kitty. And yeah, that other wolf's little man ripped her skin. She pops out, getting ready for a little revenge. And she decides that it might be time to take Nightcrawler's skin. But Captain Britain shows up. Nightcrawler does some acrobatics, and boom! Yeah, that's a punch Captain Britain style right there. There's your tea and crumpets. And yeah, you got to give it to Excalibur. They work well together, even though they're a new team. Megan jumps into the fray. The wolf is a little stronger, but they can see that one's becoming Kitty. They try to restrain her, and they try to figure out how they're going to get Kitty out, or what's happened to Kitty. And of course, Rachel shows up, and she wants to exterminate them all. They put a stop to it. And I kind of agree with Rachel. I mean, if these creatures get loose, they could cause a lot of damage. But at the same time, Captain Britain's the boss. So you have to listen to the boss. He decides to spare these people. And Shadowcat makes her way out. And yeah, she is naked right now. I hope they close their eyes for that one. But anyway, she pops out. They give her some clothes, a towel, blanket. And Shadowcat, of course, has an idea with Captain Britain. They put him on display. Since they basically have the personality traits, they give him TV, soda, for the good people of Britain to see. It might be a mistake to keep them as an exhibit, though. That's what they discuss. But Excalibur is officially a team, officially part of Britain. And what's going to happen the next time? We'll find out. And this is Zappa Slater. And as always, I'll catch you on the flip side. Yeah! Stay tuned.